Welcome to week one. In this micro lecture, we will discuss the neurotransmission process and the five basic neurotransmitters. In addition, we will address the hormones, thyroxine, insulin, and also cortisol. Let's begin with the neuron. Information in terms of neurochemical are transmitted throughout the central and the peripheral nervous systems. By neurons, I mean cells. They have three main parts: the cell body, the dendrites, and also the axons. The neuroimpulses are transmitted within a neuron by an electrochemical process called conduction, which begins when the neuron's dendrites are stimulated by adjacent cells. When the electrical charge within the cell reaches a minimum threshold, it triggers an action potential, which is an electrical impulse that travels down the neuron axon that is protected with oligodendrite cells. Now, according to the old or non-law, when the minimum threshold is reached, an action potential occurs, and any increase in the electrical charge above the threshold does not increase the magnitude of the action potential. Now, the transmission of neuroimpulses from one neuron to the next is referred as the synaptic transmission. It occurs when the action potential reaches the axon's terminal button, which causes the release of the neurotransmission into the synapse. Neurochemical information is transmitted in the nervous system by neurotransmitters and also hormones, which are embedded in the body's endocrinological system. Neurotransmitters transmit information from one to another and include the following basic neurotransmitters, which I believe that are important for the foundation of biological psychology. Take, for example, acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is involved in the control of voluntary movement and learning and also memory. A depletion of acetylcholine in certain parts of the brain contributes to memory loss, which is associated with Alzheimer's disease. On the other hand, we have dopamine. Dopamine plays a vital role in several functions, including movement, learning, and the reinforcement effect of stimulants such as nicotine and also opioids. Abnormal levels have been linked to depression, schizophrenia, Tourette's disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, Huntington's chorea, and also Parkinson's disease. Serotonin is another basic neurotransmitter that you ought to become familiar with, and it plays a role in the regulation of anxiety, mood, memory, aggression, pain, sleep, appetite, and psychosexuality. Many medications that are used to treat anxiety or depression affect the serotonin levels. Now, GABA-aminobutyric acid, it's the main inhibitory neurotransmitter within the brain, and it contributes to motor control and also regulates anxiety. Abnormality in brain circuitry in GABA-aminobutyric acid levels have been linked to insomnia, anxiety disorders, Huntington's disease, and also Parkinson's disease. And now, of course, we have the final neurotransmitter that I would like to introduce you to, and that is glutamate, which is the major excitatory neurotransmitter in the brain, and it plays a role in learning and also memory, very specifically in the hippocampus area, in the limbic area of the brain. Now, any type of abnormality in glutamate levels have been linked to seizures, strokes, Alzheimer's disease, which is a neurocognitive disorder, and then of course you have Huntington's disease and also Parkinson's disease. In terms of hormones, hormones are produced in the body's endocrine glands and are released in the bloodstream where they are carried to their target organs. and they include the following. Thyrosin is related or released by the thyroid gland and regulates metabolism. Any type of undersecretion of thyrosin produces that of what we call hypothyroidism, which slows down metabolism and reduces appetite, weight, lower heart rate, decrease sex drive, depression, and also impair memory. Oversecretion of thyrosin produces hyperthyroidism, which speeds up the metabolism and causes an increase in appetite, weight loss, accelerated heart rate, nervousness, agitation, and also impair attention spasm. Insulin, it's released by the pancreas and helps the body use glucose and amino acids. Undersecretion causes diabetes, which, if untreated, leads to high blood sugar levels, which causes an increase in appetite, weight loss, frequent urination, increased thirst, and frequent infection, and eventually heart attacks, strokes, and also kidney failures. Oversecretion of insulin causes hypoglycemia, which involves intense hunger, headaches, visual disturbances, anxiety, depression, and also confusion. Cortisol is secreted by the adrenal gland and helps to regulate blood glucose level. Now, undersecretion causes Addison's disease, which is characterized by fatigue, decreased appetite, and also weight loss, irritability, depression, and also darkening of the skin pigmentation. Oversecretion causes Cushing's disease, which involves obesity, hypertension, impaired memory, depression, and also a decrease in psychosexuality. In this introductory lecture, we have addressed the introduction to neuropsychology and the basic neurotransmitters, the neurotransmission process through synapse, neurotransmission through endocrinology, hormones, and there is more to be learned. Thank you.